I wore Vegas and Buffalo tonight to the movie we went to. So there's no other significance to it than that. Columbus beats the Rangers, so Columbus is 3-1. The Rangers are 1-4. I don't know how far this goes before the Rangers have to make changes. But you can't let it go for much longer because you're getting to the point now where we're at the middle of October and some teams are doing really well and some teams are potentially falling back. Washington, huge win. They go into New Jersey. They hand New Jersey their first loss of the year. They win 5-2. Ovechkin has 9 goals in 5 games. So he's 41 short of 50. I don't think he'll have a problem reaching 50. Will he do it in 50 games? No. It has to slow down. It just has to. Holtby, 21 saves. He's gone up to 3-1. Of course, Holtby's detractors state that he plays on a good team. That's the only reason he gets talked about. Holtby fans say he's one of the best in the league. We'll see who's right. 4 points for Backstrom, though. So Nicholas Backstrom's having a very, very solid season. I'm impressed with the numbers he's putting together. With depth being robbed of the Capitals, what it does is it means that Barry Trotz is allowed to put out guys like Backstrom and Ovechkin in more situations. They get more ice time. So there should be more production. So this is one of those fantasy things. For your fantasy team, they should be very good. Oshie with 2 goals tonight, too. Your top-end, talented Capitals should get maximum opportunities for points this year. Absolutely. Colorado. They've won 3 in a row, and now they've beaten Anaheim. And Jonathan Bernier in net for Colorado. It's got to feel good for Bernier that Anaheim gave him up, and he won. So, big win for Bernier and a huge win for Colorado. They've won 4 out of 5. And I know people are still going to say, oh, they're not for real. It's too early. It's 5 games into the year. This is when I said I'd start doing power rankings. So, there will likely be power rankings after tomorrow night's games, I would think. I'll be able to do power rankings and feel some form of confidence in terms of which teams I'm putting where. Ottawa. Speaking of confidence. Holy crap, 6-0? I mean, I loaded up on my phone and I'm like, really? Dzingel with another goal. Weidman, who's got the F word for his first name. When I was watching them against Vancouver and he took 2 penalties, it was easy to say it. And that was a nickname I gave Dennis Weidman a decade ago when he was a Bruin. And now, I'm sorry, it's so easy to say, effing Weidman. It's too easy. So I apologize to him. Smith didn't put up great stats tonight. There'll be some triggering among Calgary fans for that. Not Calgary fans have been paying attention, of course. You're always going to have, and I always say this, it's sort of like when I'm at a Canucks game and I hear somebody saying, oh, this sucks, we suck, and they're those reactionary fans. And every fan base has them, every city, every arena has them. The reactionary fans who, if you're winning 4-1, they're like, we're the greatest team ever. And if you're losing 4-1, they're like, we suck, our goalie sucks, everything sucks. We're going to get our #1 draft pick because we suck this year. So those are the ones that I'm talking about when I say there's fans who are going to be. I don't mean all. So I want to be clear about that. I don't mean all. Detroit, 6-3. Vegas finally experiences a loss. 4 goals in the third for Detroit. Now, 2 ways to look at this. Detroit had to come back to get a win against an expansion team in the third, or Detroit does what they have to do to get a win, and now they're 4-1. At what point did Detroit get talked about? And Gustav Nyquist gets 2 goals, so he's off the snide. Nielsen with a goal. Marchessault gets a goal for Vegas as well, so he's off the snide. Mrazek, from what I heard from the announcers watching the game, he'd had a relatively decent game. He had a bad flurry of in the third against Vegas, and then Detroit bailed him out. And I've talked about this before, how sometimes the difference between a great goalie and an average goalie in the minds of fans is that win-loss record. And you're going to have fans who pay attention to the win-loss record more than they should, and you're going to have goalies who get bailed out by their defense and their offense. So maybe he's not having a great game and defensemen are blocking shots like crazy, or there's an empty netter and the defenseman slides across and kicks a leg out to kick it out of the net, or they allow 3 or 4 goals and the team scores 5 or 6, so nobody pays any attention to how many goals he scored or he's allowed. If Detroit can score goals this year, they can get back right back into the playoffs. There's no reason that they can't, and I don't know necessarily that they will, but right now, yeah, they look good. They look as good as anybody else. Who would have thought that Colorado and Detroit would both be 4-1 5 games into the season? Not me. I don't think there's very many who would have said it. So I know I got criticized at the start of today for talking about Colorado being 3 out of 4, and they're not for real. Are they for real now? They only allow 18 shots to the Anaheim Ducks tonight. At what point do we look at a team and go, hey, maybe they're for real? Because it's easy to look back and say, well, this team had a good start, and look what happened to them. And I'm going to start tracking that too. I'm going to start tracking records this year compared to last year, and we're going to start talking about who's actually having a better season and who isn't. So you guys can let me know what you think in the comment section below this video. You can hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. And tomorrow night's the big night, of course. It's Saturday night. Hockey night in Canada. Let's have some fun with that. And I may do a live stream with that. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. I may do, maybe I'll do a poll on Twitter. So get ready to vote on Twitter whether I should do a live stream tomorrow or not. Because if not, I understand, because, you know, if everybody's going to be watching Hockey Night in Canada, why would I bother? And otherwise, yeah, I can do that. I work tomorrow, though, from noon till 5, so I won't be available during those hours, meaning I won't be here when games start on the East Coast. But I'll be tracking them, I'll be watching them, and so will you. And it's fun being in here because you guys are out there. And, yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the hockey tonight. I'm pretty sure Calgary fans aren't going to be very happy, but it's only one game. Remember what happened to Pittsburgh with 10-1, and they still came back and they won their next game. So, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you again tomorrow.